You, me, and everyone else is looking at XRP right now, asking the question, is it that time where XRP pop? But those who have already watched this video yesterday now understand the scenario why that's happening. We discussed about the small pump coming in yesterday. Right now, the argument is XRP to Bitcoin shows you this breaking through after a long period of time. So you've been below this trend line for the last few months from Feb. Now you're breaking that. And it's not just it's breaking that. The market already gave you the signal of a inverse head and shoulder. Right now, the breakout retest and the bounce, which we argued before, is now valid. You got the bounce earlier this month. You look at XRP dominance and it becomes a little bit different thing. What's that? Boom. That's breaking back into the monthly trend line. We kind of went below that and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is happening? Is some other currency taking its place? I was confused, but right now it shows it's trying to come back up. And remember, its standard deviation here below that trend line has been a bit crazy. Downside like 30%, upside like 20%. So there has always been this. But it's not just that. If you look at the market, the idea of XRP going to $10,000, and that too just in 18 days still prevails. So the euphoric optimism of the market still persists. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about what's logical. And that means you'll have to understand what the entire market also does. You'll have to understand what Ether and ERC20 ecosystem is doing with respect to the news of the market, with respect to what's happening on the regulatory side. That's all pretty much important. But right now, XRP is running up because of this. CME Group is now talking about ICP and XRP. That's big. Remember, we usually use CME for what? For Federal Reserve and their data, or at least some of these indexes for cryptocurrencies. So big institutions are now able to look through the data which is reliable based on the governments using CME, and they are involved in XRP. So what's coming for XRP? Something big is about to happen. Are we going to see the same in the price action? This is the primary question we're going to try answering here. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Right now, when you're watching XRP doing something here, don't be confused. We're going to break it down. We're going to actually go into the daily. We're going to go into the 3-day, the weekly to see where the next big resistance is, where the breakout is about to happen. But before we jump into that, please do smash that like button to support this channel. Now guys, if we are watching the daily, the price structure for XRP clearly gives you an idea about price trying to break this trend line, which has been there all the way from March. So the local highs, which we put in 0.73, then till the current point, this trend line has been valid. So now it's trying to break to the upside. But remember, it's not just the price is trying to break higher. At the same point, it's also during the same time, the RSI already broke higher. MACD has already crossed to the upside, but remember, MACD is still in the negative territory. The big price increase happens when the MACD enters the positive territory. Now on a daily, you're still negative. Okay, let's lean back. Let's take a step back and look at the 3-day. 3-day argues that the breakout, yes, it did happen. On the RSI front, you are going higher. Historically, what happens is RSI breaks higher, retest and bounce. That's where the price move. So I would expect the price to come to 0.5 or 0.49 and then slow down a bit, maybe come back down to 0.45. From there, at that point, RSI should retest. Then RSI bounces, XRP prices slowly going up. But remember, the macro scenario which we explained yesterday gives you the idea of being cautious, because you don't want to go euphoric at this point unless you get the macro confirmation. Yes, short term, medium term matters, but long term and macro does rule the game, because that's where these giants will be positioned. If they are about to dip their toes into this asset inside this ecosystem, they would like to buy cheap and they would like to get a better price than us. They will manipulate you. There is no doubt in that. I don't think you, me, or anyone will actually double think about that possibility. But now, you jump onto the weekly side of this candle, and that particular candlestick argues the fact that you are trying to make a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. So if this week ends by giving you 0.48, 0.49, that's extremely bullish. One of the recent movement with XRP in such a candlestick is this, and then this, and then this. So you're watching the price action showing you a lot of different narratives, especially including XRP. The bullish engulfing candles in XRP does play a role. So we got that in May, we got that in October 2023, May 2023, then October 2023, and then Feb. So this is where we saw the price going higher. This is where it showed you that was the bottom. Yeah, there have been scenarios where you put in something like that, but then wicked just below that a time or couple of times, just to come back up and close in that range. So your bottom is in. There's no doubt on that sense. You may have a long wick, and that long wick going to 0.3 is going to kill a lot of levered positions. And you really don't want those levered positions to be killed. So if you are in that scenario, then your leverage should be either super low, or you should be buying the dips like these. When the price dropped to 0.38, 0.39, 0.4, that would have been a great buy, right? Now, XRP, the Bitcoin scenario, is breaking to the upside on a 3-day. Retest and a bounce on a 3-day. So where did the price break higher? The retest and the bounce, just as we argued. Now, on dollar terms, you need that breakout in RSI. You need that retest and bounce in RSI. Sometimes that doesn't happen. It just goes nuts. If that happens, I'm so happy. But remember, as soon as you get a bit of bounce here, now the XRP dominance can actually increase close to 100%. So XRP price increasing such a percentage shows you in price terms there should be something even bigger, because it won't just be XRP going up, because we all understand when XRP is moving up, XLM is moving up. When XLM is moving up, XEC is moving up. So these are all payment tokens, right? Large cap, medium cap, small cap, you have all of those, which means the market, in that market, if you want to take the dominance 100% up, the price may have to go much, much higher, 200%. That would mean you're above $1. At that point, yeah, your lows are done. As soon as you break this particular trend line around 0.69, 0.7, I would argue, yeah, the downside red flag is now over. That's the best case scenario. But remember, if you're going levered, don't forget about the reality that this can also happen, just as we explained in the last video. And right now we are watching, okay, half of it is playing out. XRP is going up while the entire market is slowing down. So this needs to be considered. Now, yeah, for sure, the market and the sentiment in the market matters a lot. If you do look at Bitcoin, we dipped below this zone, which is good. Now we are retesting the moving average, which is fine, but you don't want a rejection. And then Bitcoin price come back down to 56 and finds a support just here, which was the May local low. So if we can pull this off, and I explained the details in yesterday's video, right? This structure coming in Bitcoin is going to be great. So this is a Bitcoin daily chart giving you that argument that the MACD is crossing to the upside, RSI is making a divergence and a double bottom possibility. Then you take it onto Ether. Here you're a bit slow. Yeah, the MACD is trying to cross to the upside, but these candles, they had higher momentum. The price candles which you're printing just after that does not, which means it's going to be a scenario like this. You may come back down, retest it, then break higher. Maybe August, right? You may look at this month, another 2 weeks being choppy, and then a break to the upside, just like something, it's not a different scenario. It's almost similar to what we have seen in Ether. 18th May, 19th May, we saw this happening, and then we broke higher. So there was some news to push it up that time, the end of May. So let's expect something going on in the end of July or early August. Something is going to come. Something is going to push the price to the upside. I really don't know what it can be, but we are trying to speculate. It's the bull, it's the news, like the ETF, and some giants taking part in that ETF. Not just taking part or dipping toes, but buying heavy. This is going to be that case because regulators are slowly starting to understand, okay, crypto is not going to go away. The banking friends are getting smashed. Like in a lot of banks just vanished in China. I mean, that's something big because you have the Chinese exposure around the globe. And if you're in the real estate market, you're already understanding what I'm talking about and what we discussed. So if you are in the crypto market and you're like, okay, I only care about crypto, and you want a lot of crypto and its charts at the right time, be in the Scientific Investor family. You can use the link in the description to get to me. So do the one-on-one session to go through your portfolio, to break everything down to see if you're positioned well enough. So guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, I would request you to do so. I'll meet you guys in the next video. Bye for now.